All right, so we're starting with the roller lengthways. Be sure your tail is settled, and as you roll back, really make sure that your head is also supported. Feet apart, 4 to 5 inches. Wider if you need a little more help with the arms. Arms extend, and just curve the spine around the roller, tipping from one side to the other. Don't go too far unless you want to slither off, but try to really feel that massage between your shoulder blades, across that sacrum and the SI joints, and the shift in weight in your feet as you roll your body around the curve of the roller, taking on the shape with the upper, mid, and lower back. And one of the best things about this, I feel, is that pull you get across the upper front shoulder and across your chest as you go from side to side. And you'll maximize that stretch if you keep the back of the hands sort of glued to the floor. We'll come center here, and the arms curve up, big embrace, big hug over the chest. Pull the arms open slowly, exhale all the way down. Inhale, letting the lungs expand, the belly expands too, and exhale, you lift the navel down and towards the spine as you engage the abdominal wall, arms foot to the floor. Inhale, rising here, body expands away from center, and exhale pulls back into your central axis. We rise on the inhale, and then sink slowly on the exhale. Make sure you feel the work in both directions. So you try not to just use momentum to lift, really feel the muscles drag the arms up, and then the muscles resist gravity on the way down, so go a little slower than the arms want to descend. Yes, and do that again. Inhale all the way up, hug the air, and then imagine a ball between the arms expanding to push the arms open, and then they sink to the floor. Now we lift the arms up one more time, and then point the fingers to the ceiling, straighten the arms, straighten the elbows. And then lift the arms on the inhale and pull the blades down and deep around the roller on your exhale. You shrug the shoulders free of the roller, and then you melt them down towards the floor. Equal weight to both feet, equal weight to the right and left sides of your body to help you find your center right over the center of the roller. With every inhale, the arms lift and shoulders pull away from the spine, and then exhale, release the blades down, widening the chest, widening the collarbones. We rise again, and exhale to sink once more. Inhale, turn the palms forward, and exhale, lengthen the arms at your side. Inhale to let the arms lift up to the ceiling, and exhale back by your ears. Reach out through your fingers and pull the blades towards your waist. The arms rise again, push to the air like they're moving through water, and then lengthen the arms down to tap the fingertips onto your mat. The arms lift in unison and parallel, and then reach back. Now, if one arm is a little more flexible than the other, adjust the movement to the less flexible arm. That will work in the short term. Long term, you want to do more opening on the side that's tighter. So you reach back, you reach out long behind you, and then you glide the arms up, weight in the shoulder blades at the top of the movement, and then exhale, let the arms pull the shoulders away from your ears, away from your neck. So do it once more, going up in unison, and then reach the arms back, stretch out here through your waist, front, back, and side, and then lift the arms, and as you breathe out, push the air out of your lungs. Now we'll take your hands to the shoulders, elbows pulled in by your waist, and we circle those elbows in and up. Flare them open, out wide, down and around, and then scoop in to lift, and circle out around and down. Lifting here, and exhale. Circle completely. Let's do that again. You can shrug the shoulders, lifting them off the roller, and then sinking them down around the roller's curves. One more like that. One full breath for every circle that you draw, and let's reverse. Going down and in close to the body, wing the arms out, and then pull them forward, up, and then spin them down alongside the rib cage again. Fingers just lightly on the top of the shoulder. So really shrug the shoulder, move the scapula as you're moving the arms. You get a lot of mobility here, a stretch across the back, and then a stretch across the chest. But we also feel that stretch in the arm muscles here in the upper arm. We'll complete the circle and then extend the arms forward, turn the palms down as the fingers touch the ground. We lift the arms up and all the way back by your ears on the inhale and circle wide around and forward, palms to the sky on the exhale. Palms down at the end. And then we lift the arms up and reach back behind you. Circle out. As the arms go forward, think of the hip floating back, elongating the neck, energy pouring out through your halo. We lift again. Press back, open the body, open the chest, stretch your lats, and then reach wide across the room. Pull the arms in parallel to the roller, palms down. One more in this direction, push through the air. Let it support you and then cut through it with the edges of your arms, the edges of your hands. We'll turn the palms down and then rotate the upper arm to turn the palms up, and then the arms sweep wide and then back, lifting as they go. Exhale, press the air down like you're pushing it into the ground at your side. Palms up to circle. But the arms can stay, as low as you can manage to feel comfortable in your shoulder joint. But typically you have to start to lift the arms once they get past the area, like in line with your top of your shoulders. Let's do that once more. Reach back, open stretch, and exhale forward and down. Okay, beautiful. So we're going to slide off to the side. And start with the roller across under your hips. Good setting on your mat. And you bridge up, just like the roller here across the sacrum. Hold onto it, elbows bent and wide. And then we're going to inhale, pull one knee up. Exhale, pull the other one up and press the edges of the legs and feet together. So as the knees slide over to the right, you're going to tip your left hip up in the air and turn your gaze to the left. Keep the left shoulder blade grounded and get as much rotation as you can through your waist and hip. Exhale, press down into the roller, pull the knees up to the ceiling, and then over to the other side. And again, when the knees go in one direction, the gaze heads in the other. Here, the right shoulder blade is headed. Exhale, you might even push the roller in with your arms, coming up slowly, and then going to the other side. Typically, you inhale into the stretch and exhale into the work of bringing the knees up, the hip down. As you return to center, look up, and the knees are also pointed to the sky. And you float over again, going over the left glute as the knees glide to the left. Exhale, come back. Now you may have noticed that some places were a little more tender than the other. So as you go over to the right, we're going to stay there. And if you find a spot that needs extra attention, just stay there and do some micro rocking from side to side right over that area. And you could also then move into some knee circles here, stirring the knees in the air to massage out that area of the glute. Sometimes it's lateral, sometimes it's right by the edge of the sacrum at the SI joints. And then we reverse the circles here. So keeping the tip over to the right, at whatever angle feels good for that glute and the muscles underneath it. And then we pull back to center and then go over to the left. You can again turn your head to look away. Find that spot that's speaking to you. And if nothing in particular is, calling your name, you could just go like a big sweep from the lateral glutes back in towards the medial line. You can do several of those back and forth, just putting a little extra weight into that area. And then we can move into a circle here with the knees. And we can look away and then also keep that shoulder blade on the opposite side down. Reverse the circles here. And then come center. Legs lift for scissors. One leg back to the shoulder, the other leg forward out into space. Soft toes, we inhale to switch the legs. Feel the stretch across the hip as one leg goes down and the stretch into the hamstring as the leg lifts up. Keep pulling the roller in, use your arms to prevent the roller from sliding forward and out from under you. This is also useful if your hamstrings tend to be tight because elevating the hips like this, that you really reach up to the ceiling with more vertical legs. And that can feel really good if you can't do that when your hips are down on the mat. We're going to bring both legs up to the ceiling here, and then bend your knees. Exhale to lower both feet down. Adjust the roller so you're at a fresh spot, and then just be sure it's at the right spot under your sacrum. It feels really supportive for your body. Now here we'll stretch the right leg forward. And if it's too much arch in your back or that leg extends, pull the left knee into your chest. Otherwise, you just have the knee bent and the left foot grounded. Now we'll take the right arm up and back, increasing the stretch on the right side of your body. Breathe into that, inhale for length. Exhale for weight so that you're draping the body closer and closer to the ground with that exhale. Another breath here. Even when the muscles are stretched, you can feel the connective tissue also lengthening and getting pulled into more open position. And you may want to even here, leave the hips where they are and move into a little side bend towards your left with the upper body, bringing the right arm over your head and pointing it diagonally towards like the corner of the room. And then we'll slide back to center. Bring the hand to the lap, to the roller, and slide the foot back in. Okay, and then we'll start with the left, slide that leg out. Heel down, knee bend if you need to, either the straightened leg or the other knee can pull into your chest. Give yourself a breath or two here to feel the release across the top of the hip bone and the release through the quad and the psoas. And then from here, left arm back also. Increasing the stretch into your lat and into your chest. Watch that your right knee isn't falling laterally out to the side. Keep it engaged to the inner thigh and along the line of the inner foot. And then let's start to work your way over into a side bend to your right to stretch the left side open. From the hip bone crest, through the rib cage, into the armpit, and out and long through the fingertips. And then really try to drop that left side closer to the ground. We're circling the arm around. Use that to help you pull yourself back to center, align your body. And then both legs forward, both arms back. Adjust the roller as you need to, or bend your knees as you need that. And the legs will want to externally rotate a little bit with the feet forward. Diagonally out from the heel. And then we'll bring the arms forward, slide the feet back in, bridge up, with the support from your glutes, and then slide the roller out and to the side. Perfect. Here, let's pull both knees into your chest, a pound stretch. One hand to each knee. Circling the knees away from each other, towards each other. And feet or legs. And then we can reverse when you're ready. All right, the knees pull in, take your hands to the back of your thighs, and we roll up to sitting. Lift your head, extend the legs forward, rock up to rest the feet down. All right, rolling back into hundreds. So we sit upright, perch right on your sits bones, elbows a little wide and forward, gaze straight ahead. You can look down as you curl the tail up, sucking the waist back, feel the stretch across the sacrum, and we'll start to roll back gradually. That hands can slide up your legs towards your sits bones, or you can bring the arms forward. Just maintain control as you go down 1 inch one vertebra after the next. Then we'll stretch the legs forward, reach the arms all the way back. And then lift the arms, go up the head, neck, and the shoulders. There's your upright curl. One leg in, other leg in. Extend the legs to the ceiling, palms down, and we pump. Inhaling and exhaling. Go long through the fingertips. You're high with the head. Trying really to find that neck as vertical as you can. If that isn't working for your body today, you can support the head with one hand and pump with the other and keep shifting them. Another option would be to take that ball and take it underneath the upper shoulders and give yourself a little lift there so that the body comes up to a more vertical neck position. Press the legs together. As you warm up, you can start maybe to take the legs a little further out into space, as long as you feel the abdominal wall support the load and you're not arching your back to a point where you feel it's unsafe. You'll know where it is when you pay attention. So breathing in fully and exhale completely. Your arms moving actively here at the side of your body, and the reach of the fingertips, pulling the shoulders forward and around to help you come up a little deeper and feel more upper abdominal work. And then let's fold the knees in, lay your head down, and just turn the head easy from side to side. Just stretching the neck after holding it in that position. Now the legs slide forward, and the arms go up in the air for roll up. As the arms go to 90 degrees, let the shoulder blades drop and sink into the ground. The blades slide toward the hips as the arms reach back. We're rolling up, lifting the arms, head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale and pull yourself up. As you bring the head forward, try to pull the waist back. And you curve in an arc over the legs. The head reaches out through the space between the thumbs. And now we lift the tail, start to rotate the pelvis on the femurs. Keep lifting the tail up as you go down over the sacrum, over the hip, down to the waist. Keep lifting the tail, down to the base of the ribs, flatten the tail as you go onto the shoulders and the arms reach back behind you. Beautifully done. Let's lift the arms up, head, neck, and chest. Exhale before you need it, and then exhale, keep going and going and going as you lift and then bounce over your legs, your horseshoe on the side here, and then start to roll back. The feet push forward, the abdominal wall, and also your psoas, your hip flexor muscles, release you to the ground a little bit at a time. But you want to feel the muscles work incrementally across the front line of your body. You can picture if you were wearing a striped shirt, you would lift one stripe at a time, horizontal stripes, right? And then over and forward. And then coming back down, you're gonna lay one horizontal stripe after the next onto the ground, slowly. Like really try to imprint every inch of your spine. Come down with control, resisting gravity. And we'll do one last one. Remember, the exhale gives you the extra power to lift. So choose the point in time where you're doing that carefully. Be sure you exhale in enough time to support the movement that you're doing. And then we're rolling back. The shoulder blades will fall down your back as you start tipping back on the diagonal to the floor. Try to resist gravity here. Come all the way down and circle the arms forward. Grab your third edge. So we'll pull the right knee into your chest and embrace it tight as the left leg stretches forward and long. We'll take the band wide across the ball of the foot and the top of the arch, and then lift the leg up. If you need to bend the knee to get the feet to reach up to the ceiling, that's fine. We'd rather you have the leg more vertical, even if it's bent, as opposed to angled out further because the back line of the leg is tight. So we lift here, softly through the foot, so you reach up with the ball of the foot and slightly back with the toes. And then we bring the leg across the body on the inhale, keep the right hip heavy, circle the foot down, rotate the leg externally as it goes out to the right. The left side of the body stays glued to the mat, and the right side gets heavier even before the leg goes around. Are you okay? Okay. Okay, great. And then out to the side. I saw you come up smiling, so I wasn't really that worried, so that was okay. Sometimes these bands don't want to stay contained in your hand. And then bring it across, so let's stretch through the upper outer thigh and across the glute here. Go low, and then as you bring it out to the right, the left side gets heavier, and you feel the stretch of the right inner thigh. Let's do one more, a short inhale to start your circle, and then a long exhale to complete it and bring it up to the ceiling. We pause here and reverse. Exhale, rotate, and the right leg drifts out to the right, and push it forward into the support of the band. Inhale, rotate to bring it across, going the hip down in opposition to the reach of the foot out into space. So we really want to lengthen the leg. Imagine drawing the circle further and further away from the pelvic girdle here. And also really work through your core here. Anticipate what the weight of the leg wants to do, and then you have to pull back against that path. So before the leg moves to the right, almost rotate the body to the left, sink it into the ground like you're falling into quicksand or into a ditch. And then now the right side gets heavy and falls down into the floor before the leg goes left. Even it out at the top, and we'll do one more here. You're going to feel the work diagonally across the torso, stabilizing the body as much as you feel the work in the leg. And here we go at the top. We'll take those ends of the band in the right hand. Left arm extends out, or you can hold the left hip bone pressed down as a reminder to keep the pelvic girdle flat on the mat here. The leg goes out, and we just hold it there, support from the band, and the work of the arm pressing into the ground. Then you can rock slowly, very small movements. You want this to be gentle. And still work to rotate the left hip down into the floor. And it has to be active. You can't just rotate, set it, and then not keep setting it, because the weight of your leg is continuous. So the work to keep the pelvis flat is also continuous. Now let's exhale to lift the leg up here. Switch hands at the top of the movement, so now the left hand holds the strap. The right arm extends out, and turn to look at that hand. And as you bring the leg across, you have the option of lifting your hip or keeping it down. In either case, you pull the foot a little closer towards your left shoulder, the right shoulder blade still grounded. Lengthen out through that leg, bend your knee if you need to. And then we rotate that right leg internally, think of rotating the thigh, so that the knee and the toes point slightly down. Just breathe into that stretch and pull it diagonally across the glute into the lower back. And then we exhale, roll across from the left shoulder to the waist to the right glute to lift the right foot up to the sky. And then we pull the leg in. It should feel a lot more flexible than when we started. And then embrace the knee into your body. The strap comes off. Hug that knee in and push the left leg forward longer through the center of the foot. And then release the right leg down the mat. Take it out a little bit. And let both legs fall open. Feel the difference in rotation and weight and length and energy on the two sides. Now here we're pulling the left knee in. You can pull it in tight to the chest, really compressing the calf onto the thigh. And now let's grab the band from the rest of the foot. Reach the foot up high, and then the elbows go down and forward to move the shoulders away from the ears, lengthening the neck. Just breathe into that stretch here. And then soft point. We bring the left leg over to the right while the left hip stays grounded. Push out long, stretch the band, stretch the leg, and then drag it across and lift it up to the ceiling here. Short, deep inhale. And then exhale, pay the air out a little bit at a time. So you want to sort of husband it here, and then let it release a little bit, a little bit, a little bit more. You run out of air at the top of the movement. So short inhale, maybe a quarter of the distance, and the exhale will last for 3/4 of the distance of the circle you're drawing in the air. Push out through the ball of the foot, not just through the toes. When the leg comes to the top, feel the stretch in the hamstring. When the leg goes down, like really reach it out. See if you can almost feel like you're elongating the waistline here on that left side. Pull it out to the side and then up to the top. And let's reverse. Right side sinks into the ground as you reach the left leg to the left. Circle around, draw that beautiful circle in the air, left side heavy, reach away from it. So you also feel that diagonal stretch across the lateral thigh. Working for the stretch in every part of this movement, but also working for the stability in every part of this movement. And the rotation is gradual, like you don't just wrench it into position and then wrench it back. You want to glide it through space, rotating it a little bit at a time. Now here we pause at the top and we'll take the ends of the band in the left hand, elbow grounded, right hip presses down, rotate to the right across the top of the pelvis, and you support the leg in the stretch you want. Bend the knee if you feel like the foot is too far down away from your waist, and then you can pull it a little bit up. But now we're going to rock just gently here, very small. Exhale, use the inner thigh you just stretched, help pick the leg up to the ceiling. Switch hands, and we'll bring the leg across, extending the arm out. Left shoulder blade down, but left hip up. Eventually, you'd like to work towards having the torso, the chest facing the ceiling, and the hips facing the wall. And you rotate that leg internally to increase the stretch and pull it back a little bit more as you open into more length. We come down, right shoulder, waist, left glute to lift the leg up to the sky, and then pull the leg in again, hamstring stretch, hold it in, and the band comes off. I get it tight, and extend it forward, shake out both legs, and then just like relax the body, check your alignment maybe. Keep your head, look down your midline, so is it nose, sternum, navel, pubic bone, and the line right centered between the legs. Okay, you can bring the legs in. Let's pull the right leg in, lift the left leg up, elbows wide, left forward and up to sitting for rolling with ball. You can always use a ball between your thighs. And we're bringing the hands to your shins. Easier to have the hands to the thighs if you want to do that. You can also see how it goes on the first roll, right? So the elbows are wide and lifted. You are balanced on your sacrum as you curl the tail up and pull the waist back. You're in a deep upper curl, looking down in towards your navel. Now as you inhale, lift the tail just a fraction, that'll shift your weight back. Balance on the shoulders, come forward and up, still looking down into the belly. And we roll again. Inhale all the way back to the shoulder blade tips, exhale forward to come up to balance. Now, it's important also to feel that you're rolling in a straight line down the midline of your mat, so that the right and the left sides work equally. If you find that you're tilting to one side, the side that you're tipping to is not working as hard as the other one, right? So you kind of steer yourself like a sled. You can imagine this a white line coming down your mat, and you go right down it and then right back up it. And one more time. Inhale, roll, breathe into your back so you inflate it, and then exhale, pull the belly tighter to keep the curve in your spine. From here, we go into the ab series. If you feel like in hundreds, you need a little bit more lift, put the ball back here, right? So when you go down, you can be in the deeper upper ab curl. It'll give you a lot of support. It also can make it a little more difficult because it's unstable, so be prepared. But right hand, right ankle, single leg stretch comes next. Left hand to the shin below the knee. We're pulling that leg in and the other leg extends as a counter force. So you roll back with control to your upper curl and pull the knee in tight. So we inhale and switch the legs, outside hand to the ankle, and exhale to switch leg again, pull the knee in tight to your body. So you come up with the head of the chest as you pull the leg in, and you try to maintain that lift from the upper abdominals as you release the leg. It's a lot easier to feel that connection to your core when you're pushing down with your hands and up with your shin. Try it, feel it, and you're going to feel also the work for the arms. We end with the left leg in, pull the right leg in to meet it, double leg stretch. Arms and legs, they go up to the sky. Reach here like you pose for a photo. Circle the arms around as you pull the knees in, embrace the legs into your body. So you reach up and out. If you have the control, you can take the arms a little further back and the legs a little further forward and then pull it all into a ball. So you stretch like you're a hammock and you pull in, embrace. Reach again, one more. Go all the way home. Now scissors, right leg up, left leg forward. And we reach up high towards the ankle and pull the leg to your face. We switch, inhaling and exhaling to switch again. Your gaze is down your midline. Don't look up at your knees or your feet, because you want to pull yourself forward with your chest as well as with your arms. Once the head goes up, the body starts to pull back, and then the neck will pay for that. We end with the left leg up, lift both legs, hands support the base of the skull, and tip your head forward, chin down, and feel that stretch in the back of your neck. Now squeeze the legs together, and they slide across the ceiling and down, only to the point where you still feel like you can kind of push your waistline towards the ground. Exhale and lift the legs up, take your time. And the heel of the hand is trying to give yourself a little traction to the neck. So keep pulling up and forward with the hands and with the elbows, forward, down, and in. The belly deepens as you bring the legs up. And if you go slowly, right, you're going to feel that work as you cave the psoas out to lower the legs. The abdominal wall starts to really engage to hold the pelvis steady. Exhale, pull the belly deep, and then drag the legs up. Remember, the deep hip flexors or psoas, they're the ones that control the angle of the legs, but the abdominals work to control the angle of the pelvic girdle, and we're hoping to keep that neutral. So the legs stretch out, reach out long here, exhale, squeeze the legs together, coming up, and now we twist to the right as the left leg extends, and twist to the left as the right leg extends. Come forward, up, and balance on the tip of your blade, and then across the tip of the blade to the other side. Shoot the legs straight out of the hip socket as you go, and really pull one in tight and stretch the other one long. We end here to the left, come back to center, and lay it down. Oh, and it's good to get to the floor, right? So stretch the legs forward, stretch the arms back, yawn your body open to the ceiling here, and just breathe. Right, the deeper the breath, the more you're going to feel the stretch of the front line of your body. Now lifting the arms, weight in the shoulder blades, we're rolling up. Inhale, lift the head, neck, shoulders. Exhale, oh my God, pull yourself up. And dive over, just take another stretch. Pull the toes back, flex the ankles, and dive your head down to stretch your back out as well. And we step the spine up and open the legs. Good. If you're tight here, elevate your hips on a yoga block. Or you can bend the knees enough so you can sit really vertically up on your sits bones. Then the arms are going forward. We press lightly down with the arms as you float up through your pillow and your chest. Look down. With the back of the head reaching out, over, and forward. Diving, curving, sucking the waist back. So even though you're flexing at the hips, it's not primarily hip flexion. It's a curved spine here. If you're wrapping yourselves over beach ball. And then as we stack the spine up, like you're zipping your back up the wall, look like your gaze moves forward across the floor and up the wall to the horizon. Look down again, tucking your chin in towards the base of your throat. Move the back of the skull forward, out, and over to lead the upper back, the mid back, and the low back. Well, again, you almost like tuck and pull your waist back to increase the curve in the low back here. And then swing your tail back a little bit, and then into the ground as you come up to balance right on your sits bones. Going over again. Waist pulls back as you pull forward with the head, the shoulders don't come up by your ears, but as the head lowers down between the arms, you're going to feel the blades kind of wrap around towards the front of your chest. And just here, hold on to your feet, your ankles, your legs, whatever you can reach, flex your feet again. And then really hold on and pull back with your waist. Increase the curve in your spine wherever you're tightest. Bend the knees if you need to help you feel that extra stretch in the low back. And of course, you'll still feel a stretch in your hamstrings. Slide the feet in for open leg balance and roll. So easiest, hands behind the thighs. Oh, come off the blocks, great. And then here, edges of your heels together. So again, go into a C-curve spine, tuck and upper up curl, Pick up your feet, hold your balance. You're gonna walk back onto your sacrum. Now, the right leg goes up. You might slide your hand to the outside of the calf and you can pull your hand pretty low. And then we're gonna bring the hand back around inside the leg as we pull that heel down and in. Now the left leg lifts, the left shoulder does not. And pull it back in like so. Good. And take it up. So also if you're really tight in the hamstrings, just hold on to the back of the thighs and just take the leg up where it can go, right? Because that way you'll feel that you get a nice stretch in the back of the leg without it feeling quite as awkward, right? And you can do this, and then eventually you'll be able to stretch it more. It takes time. And now both legs at the same time, reach up here. Again, the hands could be at your thighs, that's also great. And then fold it back. Let's do it again. Hold your balance point here on the sacrum. Easy to say, hard to do sometimes, right? And look at your abs. We're rolling with the legs just the width of your shoulders. Inhale, lift your tail, roll your shoulder blades. Hips in the air, and then exhale, come forward to your sacrum. Keep your gaze tip down into your chest, into your navel to protect the head and the neck. Rock back and forward. And a lot of this depends, right, on how much energy you use to come forward, because you don't want to end up like slamming this down. That would just be like too much effort to come up, or like just a miscalculation because we haven't done this yet in this series today. So we lift it up and do one more. Have enough energy to lift the tail so that you go back, but you don't hit your head on the mat, and then come up to your balance on your sacrum. That's the eventual goal. It doesn't always happen right away. And here, if you have a ball, let's take it between the inside of your arches. Another option would be to take a hairband around your feet. So sitting upright, we're rolling back. Curve the tail up through the thighs. Roll the spine down. Lay your head back, arms lengthened at your side. Pull the knees in. Lift the feet up to the ceiling. If it's hard to be vertical, you could overlap your hands under your sacrum, and picking up the pelvis a little bit would have you with straighter legs, or you bend the knees if you need to. So here we hug the ball from the upper inner thighs, and we circle the ball over to the right, forward and down, around to the left, and back up to the ceiling. So a smallish circle here, trying to keep the sides of the hip bones down and just feel the shift in weight around your sacrum, your SI joints. And do that again. Left to right, and then right to left. See how your obliques are working to kind of really keep the pelvic girdle grounded? You want to feel that work in your abs. Now, after you're going left to right, bend the knees for a second. And then let's take the ball out from between the legs. Now, face it to the side. And then lift the feet up to the ceiling. Now here, tick-tock. We're going to take the feet over to the right, turn your head to the left. You're going to press through your arms and pick up that left hip bone. Hold it there for a second or two. And then exhale, pick up your right hip bone to bring the feet back to the ceiling. Gaze there too, and then you continue lifting the right hip bone to bring the legs over to your left. Press your right shoulder into the ground, press your left elbow into the floor. Exhale and pick up your left hip bone to bring the leg across the ceiling in slow motion. You want to rotate here through your waist. Your balance on one of the pelvic halves, and then pick up the bottom pelvic half and pull it to the sky and then across the body to balance on the other pelvic half. Widen the collarbones and press the shoulders towards the floor here. Exhale back to center, and then fold the knees into your chest, embrace them in, and we're rolling forward and up to sitting, opening the legs for your soft. Another one where you may want to elevate your hips. Sit upright here, and extend the arms out to the side, reach long to your fingertips, hands a little in front of your chest. As you rotate to the right, we're bringing the back thumb down, the palm up, and then the front arm slides along the leg. Really press the back of the hand and the front arm into the leg to help you rotate more and look behind you. You can also roll that right shoulder up and back to pull the blade down and across diagonally to the other side of the body. Feel that rotation, anchor down for your left hip. And then we lift to come up, maintaining the rotation and unwind. Everyone get enough stretch? Spiral here. Again, back thumb down and then palm up. And the back arm reaches behind you. Push it away with your gaze. And you're using that front arm to pull that right shoulder around to the wall in front of you. And the back shoulder rolls back and pulls you back in from that end. So you're working both directions, using your arms to help you find more rotation. Lift to come up, and then swing, and we just move and breathe. So inhale, over and down, stretch. Now next inhale, rise. Spiral, really should be an exhale, we go over and down. So that twist, and you push the opposite glute into the ground. Lift to come up. There's your inhale. Swing around, rotate, and dive at the same time as you continue the rotation. So don't give up on the rotation too soon. You can find a little extra if you look for it. Lift to come up, center, and one more time here. Then over and down. Reach out long. Coming upright and lower the arms down. We're going to come up to standing for our swan. So, just going down here a little bit. So you'll take your hands low, like thumbs by the navel, fingertips above the pubic bone. I'm going to stand this way so you can see from the side if you haven't done this recently with me. So feet are apart and parallel. We're pressing the belly in slightly, and then you're going to pull the hands up and lift the flesh here. And then as you bring your hands up, you're even trying to lift the navel up, maybe half an inch to an inch. Come up, and when the hands start to get to the rib cage, flip the palms up, and the pinky edge of your hand is going to pull the rib cage up, rib by rib. And you'll lift your chest as you expand and lift the ribs in the front of the body. And then you'll slide your hands in along your sternum to the collarbones. Here the fingers slide out along the collarbones to your shoulders. You pull the elbows back down and in behind you as you lift the heart up, and then you can even hang the head back if that feels good. Otherwise, just keep it in a more limited neck extension. Exhale, and your gaze moves forward as you shorten the abdominal wall. Feel it? I think this movement helps you like pull the rib cage apart, and that also helps you like open and spread the ribs here. We're gonna do it again. You can already feel, right, that you're taller, that you're more elongated without effort, and just like breathe and feel how much more space you have for your lungs to expand. Exhale it out and let the navel pull in towards your spine. Now we do this again, hands low and wide, and you're going to press in and then move the flesh. So we're trying to elongate the line here from your jaw to your pubic bone to your tailbone, and return the palms up as you approach the rib cage. Pick up the chest and slide up your sternum. Lift the heart, and then as the hands slide along across the collarbone, the elbows widen, and then they drop it down behind you. Squeeze the blades together and pull the elbows towards your tailbone. Heart is high, you're looking up and back with your eyes, and exhale to release out. Yep. And of course, the goal is always not to like push the belly forward and just throw your head back. But we're trying to pull up, 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 and then waterfall backwards over the area here by the tip of the blades. One more. No, stand here and watch. So hands pull in and slide it up. Put the hands up here when you get to the ribs. Keep lifting, and the ribs even pull open at the base. They come open. You bring your hands up your sternum. Pull the collarbones wide. Pull the elbows down and in. Lift the heart. Lift the eyes, look up, the belly is taut here, nice and tight. You want to feel the stretch in the skin, and then exhale out to release. Good. And then just stand, looking forward, and roll the shoulders a few times. You can bounce them up and down. Pick one shoulder up and the other one down, that works too. We're going to kind of take some of the tension out of whatever you may have gathered in, right? Okay, so from here, let's use the ball between your ankles, or right above your ankles, the lower part of the calf. I need to back a bit. Now, if you're not sure about your balance, you may want to go near a wall, or you can have your roller at your side vertical. And here we go. So you're squeezing in. And then we're just beginning to flex at the knee and at the ankle and at the hip to go down. Go to your spine, sliding down a wall as the knees punch forward. If you want to feel a little stretch in your calves, spread your feet wide and then push the floor down as you come on up. So we're doing that again. So you're going down the wall, your gaze lowers the horizon, and then you lift the horizon as you straighten. Nice. As you're going down, you want to picture your tail lifting up like a happy dog behind you. You can do that. You actually will increase the curve in the lumbar spine, and then the curve starts to flatten as you rise. Try it with one hand behind you, right into the curve here. As you go down, see if you can feel that curve increasing as the tail reaches out and back and up. And then the tail drops to the ground as you straighten, and the curve diminishes here in your low back. Same thing actually happens at the back of your neck. So you can go down and you want to think both of these curves soften and deepen. And then as you come up, the body becomes more elongated, and you can feel the flesh push out into your hands. Yeah. And again, it's subtle, but it happens. The curves increase as you move into hip flexion and decrease as you straighten the legs. All right. And that helps protect your back. So, and your knees too, in fact. So now we're going to bend the knees, go down where we were, with the heels grounded, the feet spread and sink into the floor. Maybe bring the arms out to the side, imagine pulling the roller between your hands, squeeze it. And then you lift up onto the balls of your feet, your heels are elevated. Punch these forward without lifting your pelvis or your shoulders. And then we're going to lower the heels down and straighten the legs. So first we go down into the demi-plie. Then we're punching the knees forward as you lift the heels up. And then bring the heels down and straighten. And then bend. Knees punch forward, heels up. Squeeze the ball, press the heels down, and then straighten the legs. One last one like that. Really helps to feel that inner line through your legs. Push the knees forward. Balance there. Lower the heels down and straighten, arms down. Next challenge, roll it. So the arms can come forward and out to the side. We squeeze the ball, find the big toe ball of the foot and lift your heels up. Here the head is lifted a little bit. And exhale, lower the heels down. So there'll be a slight tip forward with your body as you come up into releve. You definitely need to access these glutes and the hamstrings, right? And then down you go. One more like that. Lift. And slowly down. Lower the arms. Now we get to combine it. So we bend into the demi-plie, keeping the heels down. Punch the heels up and the knees forward. Now, lift up. Inner thigh, inner feet, and down, lower the arms. Oh, we did that one, good. So let's do it again. So arms come out as you sink down, heels are grounded. Lift the heels, hold the body stable. Now up and down, arms descend. Oh my God, one more, here we do it. So arms out as you sink down. Push the knees forward, heels up. Lift all the way up, releve, and slowly work it down. Good job, excellent. Guess what, there's the reverse. I was thinking maybe we wouldn't do it, but I wouldn't want to deprive, any of us, including me, from that pleasure. So we're going to take the arms up as we lean forward slightly and lift the heels. Now, you pull the knees forward, but you keep the heels up, lowering down. Lower the heels. Yes, that's so much better, right? And then straighten the legs, arms descend. So here we go. Arms up as you lift your heels high. The knees pull forward. Heels still up. Now lower heels lower. The weight shifts back a little bit. Straighten as you lower the arms. One more. Pilates footwork. Here we go. So arms up, releve, heels in the air. Bend the knees forward, keep the heels in the air. Lower the heels down, straighten the legs, arms descend. Oh, we are done with that one. Good. Guys, excellent job. Now, here we're doing a steady roll down and some arm circles. Sort of the way we started, but standing here. Pilates often, most of the Pilates work is sort of done on the mat, and a lot of it's done laying on your back. And that's really great for us to figure out like where our body is in space without using all the habits that we gather from moving through the day, usually incorrectly, without really thinking about alignment. So, but then it's important also to be able to figure out where to balance and organize your body while standing, because like, hey, we have to do that every day. So arms lift up, look up at the sky, look up between your hands, and circle the arms around. As the arms descend, imagine your head reaching taller up into the ceiling. And we're going to lift the arms through center. And the hands are slightly forward in your peripheral gaze as you bring the arms down. The arms rise, it's a hallelujah moment. And then expand the arms out. And we do that once more, palms back, lift the arms up, palms forward as you circle around. Now let's reverse it. Palms forward as you circle out, lift the arms, turn the palms forward and exhale, press the air down, go up through your central axis, up through your halo, palms forward and reach up. And exhale and down. Also love the image of a conductor pulling the sound, lifting the music up in a crescendo, and then quieting the orchestra and the audience as the arms lower down. One more. You can feel this energy building in your body, right? Like when you see something beautiful, you want to feel this work helping you move your energy, move your chi, press the arms down, quiet it down. Now shake out your shoulders, shake out your hips, shake out your head, and then we stand quietly, spreading the feet. Steady roll down, look down, tip your chin to your chest, with the weight of your head, pull your neck forward, shoulders are back, and then the shoulders roll forward slightly. You're going to dive down inch by inch. Someplace the hands are going to end up, above your ankles, below your knees, anywhere's fine. If you need to bend your knees, do so. Release tension in your back. And then we just dangle here. The arms are hanging vertically here, suspended from the tip of the shoulders. And we start small circles with the arms, turning them towards each other and away. So pendulum arms hanging here. Just breathe as you go. And just let the continuing weight of your body hanging here stretch the back line of your body, particularly you'll feel it in the back of your legs, but you probably also will feel a little bit in the lower back. And you'll see that as you just stay here and do this, that your body's getting closer and closer to the floor without effort, as the weight helps you stretch. Arms are quiet, arms are still, and reverse your circles. Try to make it effortless once you start. It's like the arms just have their own energy to continue circling here. Bend the knees as you need to. If you need a little bit more, that's fine. And then we pause. Now, bend your knees, spread your feet. Now push the floor down as you start to curl the tail under and stack your spine from the bottom to the top. Okay, all the way up, chin down, until you're almost vertical, and then you bring your gaze slowly across the floor. Look out at the horizon with a soft gaze. We'll take a deep breath in and release it out slowly. Exhale. We're done for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good job.